how do you reckon it reads? Later this morning, yeah, how do you reckon it reads? The woman you love, oh, the woman you love is dead. Thought I never loved, yeah, for women only on my life. Thought I never loved, yeah, for women in my life. Since I am a mother, yeah, but you can't have a wife.
Welcome. This is Ed Golden's GoldenGuitarGallery.com. I'm Bob Dagger, your host for this segment. What you just watched was an incredible moment for me. I'm building a guitar here at Ed Golden's, and I just took the braces off, putting the top and the bottom on the sides. A huge moment for me. This is the first time since the build, this is the 9th day in here, that I'm actually seeing what my guitar is going to look like. To get to this spot was quite a few, 9 days so far. So what I first started doing was choosing the wood. I chose bird's eye maple with a nice quilt to it for the back and sides, a spruce top. So the first days here, what I did was I glued the top together, which is two sides book matched. So it's like seaming down the center. I did that first, glued that. While that was drying, I built the sides, which bended the sides. So the sides get bent, and then what you have is the bent sides. This is actually Ed's guitar he's building. He's building a Koa guitar while I'm building a maple. So we've been joking around that he's building the brunette, I'm building a blonde. Hopefully at the end of the segment you'll hear us both playing our brunettes and blondes, which should be pretty sexy, I'm sure. So at this point we just bent the sides and we put them in the mold. We line them up in the mold to get the neck brace on and the tail brace. And we also at this point, after those are glued on, we get the kerfing in. And the kerfing is to hold the shape and also something more for the top and the bottom to glue onto. It gives more space. And that's where we are at this segment here. At this point, I've glued the top together, the two sides. Then we decided on the rosette, which is a great process. There's so many different variables, so many different things you can do to make it yours, and so it looks really nice. You can do it really simple without a rosette. We chose this sort of complicated one, and I needed a lot of Ed's help. Ed Golden is a great guitar builder, and it's a place that if you want to build a guitar, build it here, because he just makes it seem much easier, and it takes the pain out of it, which was really great. So I chose this amazing rosette. Once I put that on, we then sanded down the top through a belt sander, a rotary drum sander, this front and back to get it to the size we wanted to. On the inside of this, though, is something that most people have no clue. Even myself, I knew there was something incredible going on the soundboard, but I wasn't sure what it was. So when I came to Ed's, he showed me, he said, well, this is what's really inside there, and this is what holds the top together, and this is what makes it, gives it its sound, gives it its shape, and gives it its form. This is a traditional Martin X bracing, this is the X brace. It's traditional Martin with all the other ways that it's carved. So what you do at this point is you glue on the braces, then you have to carve out. This is where you get your sound, and a little bit lighter. And this is really amazing stuff here. It's like at first I was very nervous about doing it, and after a while it's like, oh, okay, there you go. I can do this. And the other thing, what you want to do at this point, after you get everything on there, you get it all carved out, you want to sand it down, get rid of any kind of glue marks, anything that's visually impairing to you, because you always want it to look really good, because you know it's on the inside. No one else is ever going to see this, but you as a builder want to know it's really amazing on the inside. Okay, so I showed you the top. Now on the back, we did the same thing. We had book matched pairs of the bird's eye maple, and I wanted a nice detail down the back, so because this is where your own expression comes through. So I chose bloodwood and rosewood. After I'd finished the back, I cut it down and we glued it to the rim like we showed you before. And that takes a little bit of guitar wrangling to make sure it fits and nothing gets bowed. It has to be very straight on there. And trimming the braces and things like that, which was quite a little effort for me. And once that's in there and flat along the seams here, you glue it together in that same mold we showed you in the beginning. It's the same step. Glued that on, had that ready, cleaned up the inside so it looked really good, because when this side you can really see in because you're looking in the sound hole. So you want to make sure anything in there looks good. So if someone else looks at your work, because we all have an ego, you know, they'll say, wow, that looks great. You really did a great job. And you were very professional. And now I've got almost my guitar that I can play either really sweet music, sweet, sweet love songs, or I can play some rock and blues. Dun, 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 dun. At Ed Golden's GoldenGuitarGallery.com. I'm Bob Dagger, your host for this segment. Look forward to seeing you the next one, when we'll show you things about the neck, other segments of building the guitar, and at some point we are going to have Ed's brunette and my blonde in a duet. I'm looking forward to seeing you next time. I just wanted to say, my name is Bob Dagger. I've been a restless soul my entire life. I've been a professional photographer, a professional jeweler, a professional musician. I've done it all, and I've had a really great life. I've had an incredible life. And one of my things that I love in the world is to every year do something brand new that you've never done, whether it's learning a language, whether it's building a guitar, something you've always wanted to do and just thought, wow, I could never do that. That's how I've done everything in my life. This year I was like, wow, I'm building a guitar, and I met Ed Golden, and that was incredible. So here I am building my first guitar, and I'm really excited about it. So if I've got anything to say out there is go for your dreams, whatever it is. Don't let anybody tell you you can't do it. Check out my blog, bobdagger.com. Check out GoldenGuitarGallery.com and watch the progress of what's going on. See what's new in people's life. Get out there. Have a great life. See you next time.